We've reached our destination.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Pow! Take this! The everlasting dome! Eternal devastation! Radiant, try harder! Now! That frost is driving me mad! Escape!
I never miss!
Pesky airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for you. This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Now! We're sending you up! Start up! We can do this! It's on! I'm on! Eat dirt! Kisara! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclops!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go. This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing. Here goes! Need to pull myself together.
I'll smash you! Now I'm in the groove! Captivity! I'm on finish! Watch it! Radiant slash!
An astral force?
That's my cue.
Shut him down! Thanks! Away! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Benediction
That'll bring you down.
Take this! Strike! Flew away! Here I go! Away!
Benediction light.
Flew away! Raining slash!
I've let you all down. I couldn't make it in time.
Here I come!
Bring you back to the fly.
Crush!
On your knees.
It's time to
Being interrupted.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished! Not a chance!
Fury.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Not a chance! No escape! Flew away!
Glimmer Dragon. I'm just getting
Her incantation ruined.
Here's a hero.
Strike! Far enough!
These fists have got your name on them!
You're finished!
Now I'm in trouble!
Here goes.
Soaring blast!
I'm not done! Do it! In an instant! Impact Claw! Not a chance! I'm not done!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Eat it! Here I come!
Do it.
Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
There's always room for improvement.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it. I have a bad feeling about this. First aid! I owe you.
Dragon Force!
Eagle Fly! One more!
Eat dirt!
One more!
You're on!
Annihilation!
In a bind?
You're mine!
Here! Flame of Fury!
Burning
Glacial Spear! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! My turn!
Radiant light!
Of regeneration!
You see what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
Crush! Dragon! It's on! Dragon Form!
Water, here I come! I never miss!
Burn it! Kill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Now!
I can handle it!
I'm not done!
I'll smash you!
Allow me to help you.
Healing circle!
Dragon Swarm!
I need to pull myself together. Searing
Here you away!
Do it!
You're finished! In an instant! Impact Block! I can feel my power growing!
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Be still!
Stay on the ground.
No escape! It's over! We got fires!
I've got this!
Take it!
Let a marksman handle it! Art!
All yours! Be still! Mirage! No fire! Yours to be let free! Dragon Stop!
Radiant light!
Here I try hard not to hit! Crush! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Shine! Radiant light!
Not today! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Not a chance! Dragon Swarm!
Resonate with the earth!
I'm on! Eternal Devastation! Do it! In an instant! Impact Block! Not a chance! I'm not done! Hurricane! Mirage! I'm not done! I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Brace yourself! This one's tough!
This one's mine!
Dragon Swarm!
Here goes!
Eternal Devastation! Try harder! Now! Take this! This one's all mine!
Elusive deity!
Mirage!
I'll finish you here!
Dragon Swarm!
Hear my call!
Dazzle!
You require a hand.
You picked the wrong device!
Here's
You're
evil!
mine! I'm not done!
Freeze closer!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help.
I can't get out of this!
Dazzle! Stardust! Mirage!
They carved through our blood!
I'll tear you apart! Dragon Swarm!
Swallow dance!
Here, let me
You
help.
shouldn't have messed with me!
Dazzle!
I'm on it! Begin! Seismic
Here I come!
Swallow dance! Hard enough!
You're finished!
Confiscating!
Eagle assault!
Mirage!
healing arm.
It's on!
First aid!
I really
Dragon
owe you
Swarm!
I'm ready!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! My turn!
Gemini up!
Ha! No escape! Burn in hell!
Do it! All good things.
Could have been worse.
not done! Lightning thrust! Damn! You're on!
These things really get on my nerves.
Lightning thrust!
Flying freak! Look at me!
I'm ready! Celsius!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. This cavern is surprisingly big. Not to mention nice and cool, too.
The way the light from the glowing stones reflects in the water. It almost feels like a dream.
What, this damp and slimy place? Are we looking at the same thing? Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
I could do without the pain!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help!
Swallow mine! Dragon Form!
Eat Glacial Spear!
I'm not
Here's
done!
evil! I can
Now
it!
I'm through! Be still!
Here's a healing arc!
Dragon
In the
Form!
sky is mine!
Dragon the flame inside me! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Now! Take it! Ha! Dragon Swarm!
Mega Ray! Annihilation! Mega Ray! What the hell is it? Astral Energy!
Say no more! Not a chance! I'm on it! I'm not done! Hurricane!
Don't suffer in silence.
Stardust!
Radiant Pierce!
I'm on it! You're mine!
Here you all!
Struck! Talon Storm! You're on!
Gentle wind.
Do it! You're finished!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
My exploits are bearing fruit. What's this thing?
Don't get careless!
Take this!
Don't tell me!
Be still! You're on! Dragon Swarm! Regenerate!
Another incantation ruined. Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for you!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Operation! Dragon Swarm! I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! My turn!
I'll tear you apart!
I'm not done! Stardust!
Healing Soul!
Being interrupted.
That freaking does it!
I'm sorry to trouble you.
You're on! Struck!
The enemy wields arms too.
You'll soon see about that!
Talon Hurricane!
I'm all thumbs up!
Evil God! Here I come!
Take this! That's much better.
I'll heal you all! That'll bring you down!
Rage.
Dazzle!
Demon Lash!
Hurricane Thrust!
And light! Force of regeneration!
Hear me! Flame of Fury! Water! Here I go! Do it!
Let us take to the fray!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Crumble!
A new leaf? No more playing nice!
Let's make the deal!
I've taken too much damage! It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire!
Benediction light. I lost my fight! You okay?
Still do this! You're mine! I'm ready! Go me! In an instant! Impact Claw!
That was a little close for comfort.
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing. Ready!
Don't suffer inside.
You're on! Dragon Swarm!
Away!
I owe you one.
By the power
Dragon
of
Swarm! You're mine!
Annihilation!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down! You're on!
That is your scream! Art shield!
Dazzle!
I'm on! First aid! I'm ready!
Dazzle!
Where are you going?
It's over! Negative
The natural defenses are fading. I'm a sitting duck!
Retreat from this battle.
Retreat? I would never!
Take this!
Annihilation!
I'm ready! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Lightning!
My turn! Be still!
Can't get out of this!
Eat this!
You're on! Dazzle! You're on! You and this one! Dazzle!
I'm just getting started! Execution!
It's over!
You apart!
You're mine! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm! Be still! You're on! Crush! Burn! Lightning Thrust! Dragon Swarm!
Denied!
Allow me to help you.
You're on! You're mine!
Resonate with the
You're
earth.
escape! You're on! Dragon Swarm!
Rending you apart.
Darling! This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes.
Now! You're mine! You're escape! Shut up! I'm ready!
Blow them away!
My turn!
Gemini Ultra!
Crush!
By the
Take
power
this.
of water!
Dragon
Do
Swarm!
it!
Shield.
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes.
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. Right, here goes! Here I come!
I'll bring you down!
Dragon Swarm!
All finished you here and now.
You're on! Dragon Swarm! Ignite! Finally! In an instant! Impact Claw! Now! Here I come! Start up! You're on! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Dazzle!
Should have messed with me.
Here's evil! I'm doing!
Dragon! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Everyone hanging in there?
Let's dispose of the trash.
Dragon Swarm!
All finished you here and now.
Lightning Thrust! You're on! Here I come!
You can't get out of this.
I'm not done! First strike! Dragon Shell! It got fired!
I've got this! Let him marksman handle it!
All finished you here and now.
All yours!
Laser
Here I
cooler!
come!
Here's the evil!
You're on! You're mine! I'm not done!
Negative gate.
Take this! I'm not done!
These fists have got your name on them.
Glacial
Resonate with
Fire!
the earth.
Take
Here's
this!
evil!
Thrust!
On your way.
Barely a blip on our radar.
Dazzle! Mirage!
Lunar corruption!
On your knees.
Not today!
Gemini Ultra!
Dragon form! I'm ready!
This one's mine!
I'm ready! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! Not here! Struck! Dragon form! I'm ready! In an instant! Impact Cross!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
We seem to have come across something a little
Don't get careless!
You're mine!
Now don't tell me!
You! Dazzle! I'm on it!
Into the shadows!
Now we're not... No further! No escape!
Annihilate! Not on my watch!
Eat this! You picked the wrong fight!
Can you take it?
Dragon form!
Eagle Fly!
Ungrateful. Dazzle!
Towering
Mirage!
Hurricane!
Here!
Eagle Fly!
Dragon form!
Elusive deity!
Dragon
take it
form!
away?
I'm ready! Show me! In an instant! Impact Cross! Not a chance! Be still!
Here I go! Seal!
Mirage!
I'm on it!
Not on my watch!
Dragon form!
That frigate does it!
I never miss!
Take this! No escape!
I'll tear you apart!
Dragon form! It's on! Stardust!
I'm just getting started! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
You're mine! No escape! Burn! Dragon form! Look sharp!
Lightning tiger blade!
Now! Here I come! Mirage! You're mine! Dragon form!
Eagle Fly! Captivity!
You're finished! Lightning thrust! Mirage! Dazzle!
Do it!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Do it!
Not a chance! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Hey! Poodle's quivering! I think we're about to be real lucky!
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Doing some thinking?
Nah. It just occurred to me that our journey's been going for a while now.
Is it a wonder to you our group has held together this long?
Maybe. We've got Danans, Renans, a lord, a mage, and even a guy from another time. Yet here we all are, leaning on each other as travel companions. It's like a minor miracle.
If anything, I'd say it's proof. Proof that as long as we accept each other for who we are, we can all get along.
And with understanding comes togetherness. Yeah, we are more than enough evidence of that.
I've always had a thorny relationship with others. Quite literally, as it happens. I figured that it was easier to give up on intimacy, rather than having to go through all of the pain of rejection. I mean, is it any wonder I grew thorns around my heart, too?
But now,
Right. Now, I still have my thorns, of course. But they don't cover my heart. I know now that there is more than one way for people to relate to one another. It was you and everyone else here that taught me that. Everyone that you brought together, Alphen.
it wasn't just me. I mean, sure, I invited a few folks to join us, but swordsmanship's about all I have to offer. Everyone's taught and supported me just as much as I have them.
You see, that's what I'm talking about.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're fine just as you are. The bonds that you form with others, they shine more brightly because they're mutual. It's not just one bond for you. It's many, each with a heart of its own. That's what makes them special.
This flavor, why, it rivals the cooking of my...
Shion, could we talk a moment?
I'm looking forward to breakfast. Morning. Ready to head out?
Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap!
So this is the one who polluted the pond!
Consider this payback for all those fish!
Miran! Aim for the weak spot! Strike!
That's my cue!
Shut him down! Hurricane Slap!
It's raining globs of slime! Gross! I'll take out as many as I can! Ready! Spread!
Now I'm in the groove! Severing Wind! Miran! Dragon Force! Here I come!
That'll bring you down!
Armor won't save! I'll finish you here and now! It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out!
You'll pay for that! Let us take this on! Here I come! Swallow dance! Dragon Swarm!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
I'll bring you back from death to death.
There!
Far enough!
First strike! Rip it back!
Ready! Eagle
In a bind! You're out! Stay away from my friend! Is this it?
I'll bring you back from death to
You're
death.
mine! I'm not done! Severing wing! Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Not on my watch! Ready to go!
Infuse the flame and sky
Here,
with
let me
dirt to be left
Another incantation ruined.
Not today! Dragon Swarm! I'm not done!
Ready! Here and now! Not on my watch!
It's over!
Eagle Swarm!
I owe you one!
That move!
Here comes a big one! Try harder! Not a chance! No escape! Dragon Swarm! Severing wing! Stardust! I'm nearly done for.
Tear you apart!
No escape! Time to let it rip!
Ready! This one's mine!
I'll smash you! Take this! Eternal devastation! Crush! Burn! We did it!
Here's a...
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Here I come! I'm not done! Can't move!
Don't give up!
You're mine! Severing wing! Try harder! Now!
A new lease on life!
Rising Phoenix!
Being interrupted.
Here I
Here, let me help!
You're mine!
Here, let me help!
Dragon Swarm!
I'm ready! First aid!
Iota done! It's done! Is this it? I owe you one. Dragon Swarm!
Can't be
Try
held!
this!
Forgive me.
Explosive ring!
From beyond. In a bind.
Confiscate!
From beyond. Imbue this vanquished soul with light.
You picked the wrong fight! You're mine!
Here's the end is nothing
Dragon
further.
Swarm!
Something big! Try to dodge!
Is this it?
Don't leave me! Heliod!
Severing wing! No! Can't! Here!
Rip and tear!
These sticks has got your name on them!
I'll heal you all! I can
do this all
day!
Win! No! Stand here! Severing wing!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
First strike! Here I come!
I never miss!
Armor won't save you!
Here goes!
Roll now!
Severing
Leave the charges to me!
I couldn't make it in time. Not my friend.
Here I come! Feeling gale!
Imbue this vanquished.
I'll bring you back from death to death!
You're mine! Win!
Not on my watch!
Feel up!
Ready to go!
Severing wing!
Heliod!
Win! Feeling gale!
Flame of death!
did it!
Burning
Dragon Swarm!
water, hear my call!
It's on!
Hurricane!
I'm ready! Quiet! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Will this help?
Severing Wind! Storm! Searing Gale!
Healing circle! Hurricane!
Take it with care! And here! Here I come!
In a bind?
You're finished!
Confiscate mine!
Severing Wind!
Shine! Radiant light!
Can't hurt!
Come and get it!
Take this!
I really owe you one. It's in your hands now.
One more! Dragon Show!
I'll finish you
Severing
here
Wind!
now!
Eagle Assault!
Searing Light! Can't hurt!
Roll down.
Here I come!
Here I go!
No rest for the wicked.
Begin!
Bit off more than I can chew. No more playing nice! That'll bring you down!
This should do it!
Will this help?
Here I come! Wind!
It's in your hands now.
You're mine!
I'm just getting started. I've let you all down.
I can't lose!
Wind! Searing!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Resuscitation! I won't give up!
So this?
He's the one who polluted the pond! Consider this payback for all those fish! Go for the weak point!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
It's raining blobs of slime! Gross! I'll take out as many as I can!
Dragon Swarm! Lightning Thrust! Rising Phoenix! You picked the wrong fight! Lightning Thrust!
I can do this all day!
Rising Phoenix!
By the power of flame! Where are you going? Not on my watch!
No escape!
I'll heal you all!
Dazzle! Rising Phoenix!
Healing circle!
You're mine!
Lunar corruption! Eagle
Dazzle!
Ability!
Storm! Rising Phoenix!
Power of flame! Phoenix out of hurricane! Eagle
Radiant light! Can't
can't get out of this!
Arch Steel!
Much better.
Eruption!
I could do without this
Now
pain!
you see what I can do! Out of the woods.
Mega Run! By the power of Sword!
Not today! Be still! I owe you one! No escape! Dragon!
Not in your dreams!
Try this! Explosive ring!
Gemini Aqua! Here's a healing art!
Dragon Swarm!
First aid! Far enough!
Try this!
Need to pull myself. Glacial Spear!
Explosive
Here's
ring!
evil!
Try harder! My turn!
Here goes!
Dragon Swarm!
Corruption!
Armor won't save you! Explosive ring!
Power of water! Another one! Here's a healing art!
Not today! No further! Dragon Swarm!
That move!
Here comes the big one! Is this it?
Don't seize me!
Dragon Shell!
I've let you all
I'll
down.
bring you back from death's abyss! I'll bring you back from death's abyss! I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Radiant Light! Force of regeneration!
Not on my watch! Far enough!
Prepare to freeze.
Not done yet! Let us take the blade! Not done yet!
Deity!
Explosive ring!
I could do this all
Take
day.
this!
This one's mine!
Force of regeneration!
I won't give up!
Stay away from my friend! Did you hear it now? Here I come! Ruin!
Ready!
Armor won't save you! I can't take much more! Try this! Super Swallow Dance!
Confiscated! I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Not my finest.
Now! Here I come!
Resuscitation!
Uh,
A new leaf on life!
Can't move!
Searing flame! The defenses are fading. I'm a sitting duck! It's weakened!
This ends now!
I can handle it!
Explosive ring!
That's much better.
Reflect Dragon Swarm!
This might with I could do this all day.
Explosive ring!
I've let you all down.
No!
Forgive me.
This is my free! I'll face you! Here comes something big!
Try to dodge!
Try harder! No! Not to... Hey! Thanks. Do it! More! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! This should do it! Dragon Swarm!
I'm on a roll now.
Here goes! Ready to go!
Changing tactics!
There's no telling what it'll do. Stay focused! Resuscitation! Not on my watch! Ready to go!
Rest for the wicked. Let me free you of your power.
Don't give up! Reload!
Can you
I'll
take
bring
it?
you back from death's abyss!
It's in your hands now.
Resuscitation!
I owe you one.
A
Dragon
new
Swarm!
leaf on life!
Try this! Explosive
Bring
ring!
you back from death's abyss!
No rest for the wicked.
A
Dragon
new leaf
Swarm!
on life!
Explosive ring!
Arch Shield!
Rising Phoenix! There! Be still! Rising Phoenix!
Damn it! I'm also right!
Lightning Thrust!
get in there.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it!
I'll bring you back from...
Now! Not my fight! I'm not done!
Here's a healing art!
You're bruised all over.
In
Did
a
you even
bind?
notice?
Guess I got carried away.
I'm not always going to be around to heal you, you know.
Dragon Force!
Bring you back from death to bit.
Benediction
The flame
light.
inside me yearns to be let free! Burn! Heal!
Ready to go.
Let us take to the fray! Rising Phoenix! Can you take it? Take it! Ready? I'm not...
It's in your hands.
Not my finest!
I'm all stopped up. Annihilation by the...
It's gonna attack!
Right, watch out!
Rising Phoenix! My turn! Struck! Talon Hurricane! Flaming Thrust!
Shine!
Rising Phoenix!
Anything in armor!
Be still! Take this! I'll smash you! Struck! Dragon Force! Try harder! Now! Here I you'll pay for that! Dragon Force! Talon Storm!
I'll bring you back from...
Now I'm in trouble! Dragon Force!
I'll bring you back from death to bit. I'll bring you back from death to bit.
Dragon Force! Try this! Explosive ring! I owe you one. Dragon Force!
No, John, I can do this all day.
Where are you going?
Heal!
Not on my watch!
Burn in hell!
Without a trace!
I let you all down.
Dragon Force! Ha! Try this! I'm not! Explosive ring!
Is this it?
There!
From death to bit.
We've almost got his feet.
It's getting weaker!
Regenerate! Not done yet!
Into the shadow!
Let us take to the fray! Take this!
It's trying to take us out.
Well, I won't go quiet! Shine! Radiant Rise! Here I come! Regenerate!
What can be seen? Explosive charge!
Take this! God smash you! Lightning thrust!
I'm nearly done for.
You're mine! Lightning thrust! Not my finest!
Here's a healing art!
I'm not done! Sparta! Mirage!
Is this it?
This situation! You're mine! Rising Phoenix! Try harder!
Forgive me.
Not again! Here we go
Not in
again!
your dreams! Here goes!
Talon Hurricane! Try harder! My turn! Here I come!
That'll bring you down!
Burn! Dragon Force! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Eat this! I'm just getting started!
Resuscitation!
Take
I'll
this!
heal you all!
Now I'm in the groove! You're finished!
Not on my watch! Healing
Get
you
out
all!
of deity! Cease
Do it!
In an instant! Impact Claw!
Go away!
Looks like the little guy had a trick up his sleeve.
There's always something bigger and slimier.
Dragon Force! Try this! Can't move!
Mega Ray! Searing Flame! Reload! Searing Flame! Reload! Searing Flame! Reload! Searing Flame! Reload! Damn it! Out of
I'm not done! Dazzle!
That guy is mine!
Stardust!
Bring you back from death or this one's mine!
Blue escape! Elusive deity! Dazzle!
I'll bring you back from death or this!
Rage.
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration!
Resuscitation!
Regenerate! Burn in hell!
Ready to go!
Take this! Dragon Swarm! I'm not done! I'm not done! Here I go! Can't end here! Flashing blade!
Explosion! Hear me! Flame of fury!
Execution! On your way!
I'll bring you back from death or this!
Radiant light! Force of regeneration! Regenerate!
In a bind?
Honor won't save you! Take this! Strike!
I've let you all down.
Far enough!
I'm not done! Be still!
I'll bring you back from
Mirage!
death or this!
Dragon Swarm! Try harder! My turn!
Will this help?
Not a chance!
Primed and ready! That'll bring you down!
You're not try harder! My turn! Strike! Ignite!
Here's a healing arm!
Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm!
Searing flame! Powered hurricane! Flame of fury!
Lightning thrust!
Glimmer dragon!
I'm not done! Here I come! Strike!
In a bind?
Dazzle! Mirage! Try harder! Not a chance! Here I come!
Now you see what I can do!
You're finished! I owe you one! Eat this! Be still! I have no limits! Thanks! Eternal devastation! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno! Here we go again!
Annihilation! Sealed! Searing
No! Can't end here!
I'll bring you back from death or this! That was my death!
Here I come!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss! This one's mine!
Try harder! Not a chance!
I owe you.
Strike! From beyond! Stardust!
Water, hear my call!
It's not too late to bow out. I'm not looking to get our tails handed to us. That's exactly why.
Strike! Dazzle! Stardust! It's wide open!
It won't escape me.
Dragon Swarm!
Shine! Radiant light! Full regeneration! In a bind?
Dragon Swarm! The flame inside is yours to be let free!
The big one's up to something.
I don't want to know what else it has in store.
Let's smash it to pieces before it can show us!
Quite.
Strike!
Here's evil!
What's this? Try harder! I'll tear you apart! Here I come! Dragon Swarm! Dazzle! Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
That'll bring you down!
I can carve through armor!
The flame inside me yours to be let free! Dragon Swarm! I owe you one! Here I come! Here I come! Take this! Strike! Dragon Swarm! Try this! Explosive ring! Thanks! Eat dirt! Take this! Try harder! Not a chance! I'm not done!
I can carve through armor!
I'll face Be still! Hurricane Thrust! Tear! I owe you one! Hurricane Thrust!
Ready to
Tear!
go!
Here I come!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Shine on radiant light.
Not in
Force
your
of
dreams.
regeneration. No escape.
Leave the target to me.
The flame inside makes yours. Be rent-free. This vanquished soul with life. Stardust.
Will this help?
Rising Phoenix. Strike.
That'll bring you down.
No escape. Stardust. First strike. Here I come. You're mine. Try harder. My turn.
I didn't think you had it in you.
Congratulations later.
Nothing much I can say to that.
There. Got it.
Take it. Strike. Strike.
That's freaking does it. Annihilation.
Take it. Strike.
Rending you up.
Ignite.
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Take it. Dragon Form.
Resuscitation. Here goes. A new lease on life.
Swallow dance. Take on it. That's freaking does it. Inspiration.
I can do this all day.
Not on my watch.
Far enough. Shine. Not done yet. Here I come. Strike. Did you hear it now? Start up.
I can carve through armor.
Be still. Start up.
Graviton field.
Take it. Start up.
Here.
Mirage.
I'm out of ammo.
Hurricane.
Resuscitation.
No escape. Take it. I'm not done. Start up. Try harder. Now. Start up.
Laser spear. Pierce evil.
Hurricane.
Here goes.
I'm not done.
Can't get out of this.
Start up. Rising Phoenix. Take this. Lightning thrust. Rising Phoenix.
Where are you going?
You do the same for me.
I'm not done. Try harder. Not a chance. You're mine.
Healing circle. Do it.
Do it. Come on.
Astral energy.
Say no more.
All right.
Sure.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Huh? What?
Oh, wow!
You dummy.
Good grief.
I feel so gross and sticky after that fight.
Tell me about it. We better hurry and get a bath and laundry going ASAP. Great! Yes!
Wouldn't it be easier to simply use astral arts to catch the fish and be done with it?
That misses the whole point of going out to fish. Ha! Reel it in. That's not a fish I see often.
So what's it to be? Grilled or broiled?
Where should I cast my line? This one's putting up a real fight. That was disappointing. Ha! This one's putting up a real fight. Wow, this fish is seriously rare.
That's not a Zoogle, right? What kind of fish is that? It's such a pure white.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It reminds me of Hoodle's wings. Oh.
Judging from the color of the scales, I'd say it's a Cygnai pirarucu. They say it swims so elegantly that it's like a bird flying underwater.
Wow, that must be beautiful. I'd love to see it for myself.
That may be a tall order. The pirarucu doesn't like to show its face very often. Speaking of which, what exactly is Hoodle doing over there?
Whoa! He's snapping up all sorts of little fish right out of the water!
Ugh! Hoodle, stop! What do you think you're doing?
Do owls even like to eat fish? I had no idea.
He'll eat them, sure. But that's not the point. I have no idea why the heck he would catch so many.
Maybe it's all a business plan. He thinks if he brings enough fish, he can trade them for this albino pirarucu and eat the whole thing himself.
Seriously?
It's okay, Hoodle. It's a big fish. There's plenty for you to eat too, okay?
You heard her, Hoodle. Lucky you.
But since he went out of his way to catch so many fish, might as well cook those up too.
Okay.
Okay.
Good one. Good, good.
All right.
Good grief.
We have truly borne witness to a... Try example of female determination this day.
Yeah, you said it.
Huh? That can't be.
I guess...
Great! Why? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah!
You dummy!
Whoa!
Ugh. And then she has to come along. And
Hey, you're looking a little red there. You working up a fever or...
you... Dummy!
What did I do?
Dispose of the trash. March on! Another Lionheart! You're mine! Another... A wall to shield.
Quit trying to keep up with the wall!
This one's all mine! Dragon Swarm!
I'm just getting Freeze Lancer! Eagle!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Here I come! Crush!
Here! Eagle Assault!
Dragon Swarm!
Into the shadow!
Bloody hell!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
No choice to take. In a bind?
Flame of Fury!
Struck! I'm on it! Mirage! Lightning Throw! Mirage! Dragon
Leave the agile one to me.
Eternal devastation! Smash it! All finish in an instant! Impact block!
There!
Now! Take this!
Shield from
No escape! Stardust! I owe you one! Burn! Mirage! Here I come!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Glacial
My
Spear!
turn!
Pierce the Evo!
No escape! Do it! Remember!
Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
That's a pretty
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little?
You're still...
I've always been something of a night owl. Ever since back when I was someone's property. Turning in for the night only made the next day come quicker. I wasn't in any great rush.
Sorry.
What about yourself? Care to share something from before I knew you? You were part of a mage clan, right? Must have been handy being able to rely on magic for everything.
Hardly. In fact, not at all. Magic's not so special when you're not allowed to use it. Always scared of who might be watching?
Right. Sorry about that. I guess I've read too many fairy tales.
We were still made to study it every day. It doesn't make any sense if you think about it, studying the very thing you're being persecuted for. But that's what we did. Just like our parents and their parents before them. Honestly, I don't even know how far back it goes.
If memory serves, mages have been the stuff of legend for ages. Even as far back as 3 centuries ago, they were myths. Your people were persecuted even before the Renans got here.
Yeah, the more I think about it, the less it makes sense though. I mean, it was Astral Arts that let the Renans dominate Dana, right? Why didn't mages end up being the rulers of Dana then?
Maybe they tried, but they just didn't have the numbers. Or maybe domination just wasn't something they were interested in. Have you ever considered it might have been something like that?
I guess I haven't.
I wonder why magic alone attracted the attention it did. Swords can be just as lethal in the right hands. Why not ban them?
My best guess? Swordsmanship can be learned by anyone. Magic's more of an exclusive club.
So, you either have the gift or you don't. When something's not easily obtainable, it's hard to comprehend. People are scared of what they don't understand. And fear leads to persecution. So the problem's not magic. It could just as easily have been anything.
Yeah. We should really get some rest. I wanna go... back to bed.
It's just steps upon steps. Why would someone build this?
Not to live in, I'm guessing.
Right? It would take someone real kooky to build all this.
Right. This astral energy is incredible.
It's so thick here. Even we can sense it.
Get ready, everybody!
I was born ready. Nothing can surprise me.
Look up there!
What the hell is that?
Please tell me we don't have to fight that.
We'll worry about that later. There are things on the ground to deal with first. Dragon Shell! I'm not done! I'll finish you here and now! Be still! Eternal Devastation! Crush! Eternal Devastation! I'm getting stuck!
Flame of
Eternal Devastation!
Glacial Spear! Pierce the evil!
Revive! Eternal Devastation! Crush! No further! Eternal Devastation! This one's all mine! devastation! Here I come! I'm not...
That thing's headed this way!
Even I can't stop that!
Everyone, look out!
Blood.
You won't lose!
Pull it together, Law.
Sorry, right. I'm calm.
No! Not a chance! My turn!
On your knees. Air pressure.
Shattering of pieces! Attack time!
Newcomers?
Let's welcome them.
Watch the ones up above, too!
Leading a charge to me!
Where are you going?
Eternal devastation!
Rending your
Follow dance! Eat
Here I
this!
go!
You require
One more! Where are you going? Here goes!
Tower Hurricane!
In a bind?
Eternal devastation!
Again!
Here I come! Eternal devastation!
Carve through armor!
Crush! Talon Storm!
Bloody
Eternal devastation!
Here's a healing arm!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
My turn! Take this! Hurricane!
Healing circle!
Flame inside me! Yours to be let free! Eternal devastation! Crush!
I've let you all go.
You'll pay for that! No escape! Eternal devastation! It's over! This should do it!
Back from death's abyss!
Eternal devastation!
Resuscitation!
Eternal devastation!
Radiant here!
Here I come!
Here's a healing art!
Crush!
First aid!
Burn!
Explode! Flame of fury! Confiscate! Burning! Water! Hear my call!
Eternal devastation! First strike!
I'll heal you all!
No.
This one!
It's in here! Try harder! Not a chance!
Here's a healing art!
I'm on it!
Hear my call! That'll bring you down!
Eternal devastation!
Here! Do it!
Blow them away!
Will this
Not a
work?
chance! Totally! In an instant! Impact block! Now! You're mine! The flame inside me! Yours to be let free!
Healing
Eat
circle!
dirt!
I really owe you all.
Eternal devastation! Crush! Crumble! Eternal devastation!
Now you see what I can do.
I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact block! There!
Ready!
Leave the chargers to me!
It was nice while it lasted.
Primed and ready! They just keep coming!
This thing's putting us through our paces.
Forgive me.
Retake! No escape!
He who prepares is free from regret.
I never miss!
Eternal devastation!
Save you!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
Eternal devastation!
Glimmer Dragon! There! Go! Radiant
I've let you all down right.
This should do it!
I owe you. I'll bring you back from
An
death's
astral
abyss!
art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Will this help?
Eternal devastation! Crush!
Healing circle!
Eternal
No further!
Pull myself together!
Burn!
I'll finish you here and now!
Eternal devastation! Eternal devastation!
Eagle fly!
Tornado drive!
Explosion! Here goes!
Lost my
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning! Crush!
Armor won't save you!
Water! Hear my call!
Try harder! Not a chance! Eternal devastation! Not today!
I won't give up!
You! Stay away from my friends! Take it! Crush!
Eagle of Thor!
back! Can't move!
I can't lose.
Talon Hurricane! Eternal devastation! No further! Here I come!
Burning strike!
Crush!
By the power of one!
Eternal devastation! I can do without this pain!
I let you all down.
Shine! Radiant light! Eternal devastation! Regeneration! Crush! Regenerate!
It's weakened!
Allow me from beyond! This ends now! Vanquish soul with life!
Here goes!
Resuscitation!
Lightning!
Eternal devastation!
Power of fire! Let the marksman handle this!
Eternal devastation! I'm not done! Lewis! Stay away from my friend!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
I'm not done!
This one's mine!
Thrust!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Resuscitation! I won't give up!
Rest for the wicked. Benediction light.
Not done yet! Heal! Inspiration!
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul with life.
Witness tear!
What
You're
was I
mine!
thinking?
Eternal devastation!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss!
And here! Shockwave Strike!
Don't suffer in silence.
Shockwave Strike! Infernal Torrent!
I've laid you all down.
Here's a healing arm!
Shockwave Strike!
First aid! I won't give up!
Listen to it! Shockwave Strike! Crush! Crush! From beyond! First strike! Crush!
I've laid you all down.
Eternal devastation! Crush! Eternal devastation!
Radiant light!
I'm not done!
Searing
Eternal
flame!
no further!
Back into the fray!
I'll grind you into dust!
That's much better.
Inspiration!
Not my finest.
Flame of fury!
From beyond! Eternal devastation!
Soul with
light! Eat dirt! Eternal devastation! Crush! Not done yet! Eternal devastation! Crush! Almost there! Here I come! In the group!
No dawn shall break.
Can't be happening!
Attack time!
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Crumble!
Spread!
Dragon Swarm!
Now we're never...
What's this?
These ones can run
Can't get
rings
out of
around
this.
us.
The
Where
flame
are you
inside me
going?
yearns to be let free.
No dawn shall
Be
break
still!
this night.
You're on! Burn!
Do it!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! My turn! She is Hurricane! Gate! Dragon Swarm! Dazzle! Hurricane! It's over!
Anything in armor is all mine. Oh, now I'm real mad.
Dragon Swarm! Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Right, here goes! This one, all mine!
Flame of
Each
Fury!
other! Eternal devastation!
Eagle Fly!
Crush!
Denied!
Is it too late to talk over our differences?
Fire support! I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Now! Here I come! Too fast!
Defense out. I'll trip it up.
Time to let it rip! Here I come! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Will this
No!
Do it!
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Benedict
My
is
turn!
right.
What's this? Hero escape! Soda!
Eagle Assault! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Faria, how did you get in here?
Wait, something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah, you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
A summoning?
But that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power
We
when...
can talk later. Here it comes!
What? I've never known Faria to control evils like that before.
How about with a stone that looks suspiciously like a master core? Where did she get her hands on that?
First we handle the sizzles, then we get some answers.
Hit a word!
From beyond, imbue this vanquished soul. Another incantation brewing.
Ready!
Shine!
Where are you going? I can handle it!
Regenerate!
What's this?
I've let you all down. Forgive me. This is my fault.
You're mine! New escape!
Healing circle! Radiant here!
Lightning thrust!
Hear my call! Hear me! Flame of fury! Here's evil!
Take this!
Right there!
Carve through armor! He who prepares is free from regret.
You picked the wrong fight!
I got stuffed up!
Lightning thrust!
Eagle Ray!
Watch this! I'll tear you apart! Super Swallow Day! By the power of flames! Minotaur! Defeated! Be still! That freaking does it! Mirage!
It's weakened!
You're mine! This ends now! I really owe you
Freeze
one.
Lancer!
Eat this! Denied!
We're the heroes!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Imbue this
I never miss!
Be still! Mirage!
Stalagmite!
Crush!
I couldn't make... Can't get out of this!
Try harder! Flaming thrust! Mirage! Be still! I'm ready! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
The flame inside me! You're let free! Burn in hell! I'll smash you! Dragon Swarm!
By the power of flames!
Here comes something big!
Right dodge!
Here I come! Move away! Here we go again! Here I come! Try harder!
You see what happened there as you crossed me? Shouldn't have done that.
Great start!
I'll finish you here and now!
Now or never.
Where are you going?
I'll crush you!
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Now I'm in the glory! Blow away!
Arch Steel!
Blow away! Try harder! Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Imbue this vanquished soul with light!
Freeze Lancer!
Take this! Shine!
Radiant light!
Easter!
I'm almost impressed.
My friends come from you.
I said almost. Don't get carried away.
Here we go again! Blow away! Ready order!
Won't sink! I'm on a roll now!
Blow away!
Trying to take us out.
Well, I will go quiet!
Negative
Don't leave me!
Let you all down.
Imbue this vanquished soul with light!
Ready to go!
Far enough!
Being interrupted.
Blow away! Heal! Eat this! Come and get it! Take this!
Don't worry. I'm all right. Still safe.
Remember!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Now it's just her!
Faria, can you hear me? Faria!
She's preparing another summoning!
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more.
Forgive me.
Man, I thought we were goners.
Everything okay?
Yes. She's only unconscious.
Not her. I meant you.
Shion, please. Can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer. Don't you think?
In that case...
I'll take her off your hands.
You? Avakir, what are you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnigan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohalim. Give me some credit. I'll take Faria. Leave her with me. I know better than to ask what you're up to. But whatever it is, I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew me well enough to know that I'd hesitate to fight back. And the same goes for you as well. Neither you nor Faria would have lost loved ones, if it wasn't for me.
You're wrong. Kelzelik was the one who killed my brother, under orders from Almeidria. As for Tarnigan, if it weren't for the crown contest, he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed. Ridding society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that. Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships have sailed.
So I just forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember. You never forget. You keep it in your heart always. And then you go on living. Not for those already passed, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as we've still got breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference. Punishing yourself for the past won't make the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its stead. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow, Dohalim, not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've still got a mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Shion,
Huh?
thank you. You have my deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Glad to be of service.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right? Let's move on.
Do you think Faria was really being controlled by someone?
Certainly seemed that way. The question is, who? The Red Woman?
The same person who's behind all of this, I'll bet. Whoever that is.
Brainwashed or otherwise, the feelings of resentment she holds towards me are real.
Someone used her because they knew we'd hold back. If that's not playing dirty, I don't know what is.
It does tell us one thing at least. Someone here in Lenegis is watching us. Someone who means us harm.
There's no question. That attack was meant for us alone.
By someone capable of getting inside a person and manipulating them like a weapon. We need to find whoever it is, fast.
What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her. It reminds me of Shionne's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience. If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for. But why?
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling, just like the will of Dana.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions... I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with this thing?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure!
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
Let's keep moving. If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Shion's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of. And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
I'm sorry about what I said earlier. Come on, let's go.
Finally, we begin to understand what the thorns are.
Yes, and there's...
That vision we saw. It was as if it was meant specifically for us.
What do you make of it? Do you still think the will of Dana might be involved somehow?
Maybe it's trying to tell us something. But what?
Well, it could be supernatural. You know, like seeing dead people, messages from beyond the grave, ghost-type stuff.
That's your grand theory? That we're being haunted? Come on, Law.
Wait. He might be closer to the mark than you think. What if a person's thoughts and deeds were to somehow become indelibly etched into the ether of a place? And what if those with a connection could then somehow pick up on them?
You think that's what it was? Some kind of message someone left here for us?
I am merely entertaining the possibility. Whether it was Dana's will, or somehow connected to the Sovereign and Maiden's powers, I do not know.
Okay, back up a sec. You're saying that if a place is full of enough astral energy, it can somehow show us events that happened centuries ago?
More to the point, how does that much astral energy gather in one place anyway? Seems unlikely it happened naturally.
Whatever it was, it survived here intact for 300 years. Whoever left it for us, the strength of their intent is beyond doubt.
The strength of their intent. Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Shion's thorns, as well as my own past. I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever, I'm determined to save Shion and Dana. Nothing I look... Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that room over there. Curious what we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right? Sure. We can check it out. This looks like some kind of research facility.
A laboratory secreted away in the Forbidden Zone. Why am I past being surprised at this point?
Looks pretty deserted.
Let's check it out. It might give us a new lead.
people of Lenegis, the Forbidden Zone is the stuff of dreams. Yet here I am, standing within its hallowed halls.
It's off limits even for lords, then? Talk about an exclusive club.
Being exclusive is one thing, but how many important facilities let in only the Sovereign? Doesn't that seem a little strange?
Strange doesn't cover it. If it was only one room, maybe. But a place on this scale? How do they keep it from falling into ruin? Whoever the Sovereign is, they can't manage the upkeep of this whole place themselves.
Did no one ever talk about it when you were growing up?
No, not that I can remember. Then again, Sovereigns and Forbidden Zones weren't exactly breakfast table conversations.
The Forbidden Zone is a hallowed place, at one with the Sovereign's authority, grounds of the one true ruler who presides over all Renans. That is what we believed this place to be. No, what we were made to believe it was. But now, it is finally time to discover this area's true purpose, and why it was kept hidden behind the scenes for so long. I think I can make this work.
Well, can you make head or tail of it?
These are experiment records by the looks of it. Reams of them, dating back hundreds of years. Let's see. A composite being capable of controlling Dahnan astral energy so as to convert its molecular and elemental makeup. The creation of a governing central figure taking the form of a Dahnan. Codename Sovereign.
Sovereign!
Wait, there's more. Research into utilizing force field crystals for the purpose of stable astral energy containment. That must be the Master Cores. With all this raw data, there's bound to be records here somewhere about the Maiden and the Lords, too.
About the Lords? Why would they be on there?
Think about it. The Lord's crests are clearly of a piece with those of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. Not to mention the fact that the contenders to the crown are selected from otherwise regular Renan citizens. In other words, it may be that all Renans are unwittingly being made subject to some kind of grand scheme.
What about the Sovereign? Does it say anything else?
Where do I start? All I've read so far is the headlines. There's so much here. To sift through all of it would require specialized... Wait.
What is it? Did you find something?
It's a list of names, with the title, Test Subjects, Sovereign. It's your call.
Read it.
There must be dozens of test subjects listed here. Hundreds even. All of them failures. Wait, I think I've found one that was successful. Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique Adjustment Index, Generation, NA. Given name, Alphen.
They re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Alphen.
It's fine, really. What about the others? Was I the only one?
Test subject number 10105. Ethnicity, NA. Unique Adjustment Index, Generation, NA. Given name, Volron.
Volron? But that means...
He's only Sovereign because someone made him that way too.
He's the last one. In 3 centuries worth of records, you and Volron are the only 2 subjects on whom the experiment was a success.
But what about the winners of the crown contests? Does this mean that none of them were ever crowned sovereign after all?
Upon victory, the Sovereign shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and Lenegis combined. When a new Sovereign is decided, the outgoing monarch shall relinquish their post and live out the rest of their days on Rena. So we were told. But according to these records, there have only ever been 2 Sovereigns, neither of whom had anything to do with the crown contest. It's all lies, including the part about the Sovereign residing in Rena. The crown contest was never about deciding a new ruler. It must always have been devised for some other purpose.
But even supposing that's true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries, right? If it wasn't the Sovereign, then who was it?
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that there was already a Sovereign. Me. Meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie. The same person I'm willing to bet is behind all this.
The Red Woman?
It's possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's the mastermind behind this scheme. She could be working for someone else. Someone back on the Renan homeworld.
Either way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow.
What about the data records? Is there no other information that could help us?
Not that I can see. Just file upon file of experiment results. There's nothing here about who's behind all this, or what their endgame is, unfortunately. I've barely managed to scratch the surface, mind you. You won't be able to read through it all, but you're welcome to take a look through what you can, while we're here.
I'll do that.
So this is where Alphen became the Sovereign. Volron as well. The significant... of this only 2 sovereigns in over 300 years. So why has the experiment only succeeded twice in all this time? And if that's the case, why keep on doing it? Was there really no other way? Or could there be some other reason?
Dohalim.
Forgive me.
Alphen.
I'm fine. I'm just a little shaken, that's all. I knew what I was already, so it's not like it's a surprise or anything. But it's strange. I've got all this rage inside of me, but I don't even know who it's for. I'm scared that I'll put a face to it, just to have someone to blame.
If that were to happen, then No. Then we'd help you fight it, before you ever got that far. Wouldn't we, everyone?
Yeah. We wouldn't just sit by and watch you spiral out of control.
That's right. No good can come from being consumed by hatred.
If you ever start to lose your way, you can count on us to guide you back. To remind you where home is.
And I would be happy to lend an attentive ear, should you ever have need.
Thank you, everyone. I think I'll be okay now. Naori,
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill. I'm sorry for what you've endured. Renan never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
But...
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain. Time to go, Elfin. Farewell.
Naori.
His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode. The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%? And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system. But... If I don't head back, Lenegis will be nothing but ashes, and this starship along with it. I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Elfin. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try. I hope it's enough. Please, live for me, Alfin.
That vision. It must have been from when Naori helped Alfin escape Lenegis.
She sure went above and beyond the call of duty.
Even with Lenegis crumbling down around her, she chose to stay put with her people.
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time. It was all the result of one agonizing decision Naori made to save your life.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive today. I owe her everything. More than I could ever hope to repay.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on honoring her wishes?
She kept her promise. If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force, then I owe it to her to carry on her fight. Naori was the one who put that mask on me. It made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
This place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories.
Of course. After 300 years, this is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony. This is where the Renis Alma was.
So this is the place where you and Naori...
The Renis Alma isn't here now. Nor is the Red Woman, it seems.
I know it's difficult, Alfin, but there will be time to dwell on the past later. For now, we need to keep moving. Come on.
Naori.
What is this? Is it the work of Dana's will again?
It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome.
Is this another memory? No, it's different this time. It's like she's speaking directly to us.
What we did back then. Not so much as a day passes when I don't think about it. About what was done to us. All in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of which we were never even told. As Sovereign, they linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegis itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power, lest anything should slip through its cracks. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth, and give shape to the strength inside of him.
Linked to Lenegis itself? But then, everything that's been happening...
But that power showed me a vision. A vision of oblivion. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash, I couldn't go through with it. But without a maiden, the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out, his consciousness no longer his own. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the maiden, I tried to seal that power away inside of me. But it was too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. Thousands upon thousands of lives so cruelly snuffed out. All because of me. Because of what I had done. With the destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find a way to dispose of it. Anything to make up for my failure. But I didn't know how. Especially since that power was astral energy itself. In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma seemed to be my best bet. That, at least, would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that no malevolent third party got to it first. With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me into the Renis Alma instead. That's what I hoped, but alas, it was not to be. The Renis Alma was lost, and Alphen, the Sovereign, was in a starship bound for Dana. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden, to buy the world what little time I could. The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted, and for a new Sovereign to appear. Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse onto my descendants as well. Please, forgive me. I never meant to burden the future world with this threat too. I only wish that there was something more I could have done.
Wait, you can't just...
Naori.
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or was it the Dahnan voice speaking through her?
What?
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
And they appeared now because...
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to neutralize the dark astral energy inside Shion, thereby silencing her thorns. Is that what Naori's suggesting?
It makes sense. After all, Master Cores and Spirit Vessels are both able to prevent the astral energy inside them from developing sentience. By that logic, it would stand to reason that the Renis Alma would have the same ability on a larger scale.
We have a Maiden and Sovereign. Now all we need is the Renis Alma, and we'll finally be able to free you of your thorns. Shion.
It's possible? You really think so?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once. Even if our goal is different this time, we can't be sure the same thing won't happen again. We should take care not to be too optimistic.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance. But if there's even the slightest hope it can work, I'm willing to stake everything I've got on it.
I know it's too early to let myself feel relieved, but I just can't seem to help it. Just hearing there's the slightest chance, even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know, but still.
No, it isn't! You found hope to believe in. It'd be strange if you weren't over the moon about it.
Rinwell's right. We can rid you of your curse and still save the world at the same time.
Thank you. Naori entrusted us with the fate of all humanity. Now, it's up to us to prove that trust was well placed.
Starting with a little game called Hunt the Renis Alma.
Yeah, we've come all this way. Now we just need to search Lenegis and Rena until we find it.
Yeah! We can protect the world and save Shion at the same time!
I too shall lend my services. My knowledge of Renan lore is bound to be a useful asset.
And they say modesty is dead.
Miracles just seem to follow wherever you go, huh?
How do you know it's me they're following? We're all in this together, Shion. You included. Now let's get moving, shall we? Last I heard, we had an apocalypse to stop. Thank you, Naori. So Naori sealed away the power that made me lose control of myself. She stopped my rampage and saved my life. But then, that power she'd sealed away was passed down to you. I'm so sorry, Shion. It's my fault that you're cursed.
You're wrong. What happened to you was because of the ceremony and Naori's attempt to stop Oblivion. You paid a heavy price for it, and then fell asleep for 300 years. The reason you lost your memories
is the reason for your curse.
The thorns.
It all leads back to them. But once they're gone, we can finally put an end to all this.
When my thorns are gone, I never dared to dream that such a thing could be possible. No, the truth is, I think maybe I've always been dreaming about a life without my thorns. The touch of my family, or playing with my friends, holding hands with Rinwell, or giving Law a deserved smack, embracing everyone. All the normal things that people do together. I always wished I could experience them for myself, and finally know what they were like. Is it really okay for me to believe it can happen? I'm so scared of getting my hopes up. What if it doesn't work out in the end, and
And that's not going to happen. I'm here to make sure it won't. Forget fate or destiny or anything else. We're going to live a normal life. There are a lot of things you still want to do, right?
Yeah, you're right. It's such a strange feeling. I know that we've still got plenty of fighting up ahead. And it's for my sake. So I can live.
You're worth fighting for.
I believe you, Alphen.
Good. I'll keep on fighting. For as long as it takes. Until our future is finally in our hands.
Sounds like this Naori chick had quite the big heart.
Her position demanded nothing less. From the sound of things, she didn't focus on differences, least of all those between Renans and Dahnans.
Yeah. It was Naori who first showed me that such a thing was even possible. And then she saved my life by sending me back home to Dahna.
Not only that, but she willingly stayed behind on Lenegis for the sake of her people. It sounds like she was quite the hero, all right. A truly caring person.
It's as if walls meant nothing to her. The ones separating the Renans from the Dahnans, or herself from others. She had no need for them.
Which basically meant that she never had anything to break down in the first place, huh? Yeah. I think you may be right about that.
You inherited that legacy. Her wish for the world.
Don't I know it?
She's kind of like a lodestar guiding our way, showing us what we can aspire to.
That's quite some door, all right. This might finally be it. The heart of the beast.
We'll find the Renis Alma and the Red Woman inside, right?
After everything we've been through to get here, they damn well better be.
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us, Sovereign.
Go for it, Alphen.
This is it, guys. Time to see what secrets are in store.
We're a long way from the residential quarters now. It looks completely different.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, this place, it reminds me more of being back inside the Wedge.
Except the Dahnan astral energy feels even stronger here.
In a portion of the city reserved purely for the Renin Sovereign.
Maybe he just has strange tastes?
This place looks like it has been here for quite some time now. If its design were a matter of personal preference, we would be talking from centuries ago. Or perhaps even further back. Still, this isn't the sort of decadence of taste spoken of in artistic circles. So what is it then?
Hold up, decadence? Artistic circles?
When a preference is indulged to its extreme, it descends into kitsch, eccentricity for the sake of it. I'd be happy to illuminate you further.
That depends. Does it involve you buying me lunch?
The void that art fills isn't the stomach, it's the soul.
In that case, I'll let you know the next time my soul starts to rumble.
Now all we need is something to fill up the void inside your head.
Shut up!
Volron! He really was still alive.
And there's the Renis Alma. Then, is this another spirit channeling ceremony?
Wait, though. Something doesn't seem right here.
Once more, the powers must be united. Born from the fires of chaos, the world does seek its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Rena, at the shrine of the true sovereign.
What has happened to him? He's lost himself, reduced to a mere cog in the machine.
Hey, look! Over there!
Isn't that the Maiden's crest?
Can it be that this entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the Maiden?
It looks like it's still running, but are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
If that's what caused Lenegis' transformation, then the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dana.
But for what purpose? What could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'll bet it's connected to those visions of oblivion. Regardless, we cannot stand by and let them steal Dana's energy. That said, we should retrieve the Renis Alma. Because right now, we need that most of all.
He's not gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
Not the time, Law.
Alphen, look!
The Red Woman! So we finally found you. I have a lot of questions for you.
Wait!
What?
They all have the same face? How is that even possible? What is this?
Who the hell are they?
It can't be. Are they even people?
It's hard to know for sure, but I think they're the true rulers of Rena.
They're not feeling particularly confident.
It's no use, Alphen. If we don't fight, we may as well be sitting ducks here.
Good point. Let's stop them before this gets out of hand. You picked the wrong fight.
Away!
I never miss!
Being interrupted. Can't get out of this!
Radiant
Shine! Radiant light!
Now you see what I can do!
This is looking good.
Shouldn't have messed with me!
Rending you
Here I come. No, it's
Here's a healing
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it! Roll now! Roll away! No dawn shall break this night! Roll away! On your knees! Roll away!
glacial spear!
Shattering the pieces! Shine! Radiant light! Burn it!
Here, I can help.
Roll away! Raining
in your hands now. Stay away from my friend! Blow away!
Let the marksman
Raining
win.
slash! Carve through armor! Blow away!
Here we go again.
Slash! First strike!
Not in your dreams.
Dragon! All finish you!
Burning strike.
First stop! Here I come! Blow away!
Where are you going?
I could do without this pain! Shine! Radiant light! Boost of regeneration! Regenerate! Blow away!
Another incantation ruined.
I owe you one! Radiant blast! Burn! Radiant slash! Blow away! Radiant slash! Bloody holiday!
Where's the healing arm? First aid. Lightning. Downfall.
Swallow dance! What is this?
Hey, you okay?
I can still do this! No further! Raining strike! Blow away! Raining slash!
Now I'm in the groove.
Dragon Swarm!
Dragon. By the power of the flame. Finish with
Not
us.
today! I'll face you! Blow away!
Now you see what I can do.
Finish you here and now!
Not in your dreams.
First strike! Rip and tear!
Far enough. Radiant. Eagle assault. I'm out of ammo.
Raining
Don't
this
stop
one's
them.
almost! Take this!
Here, let me off.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Benediction light.
Ha! Not today!
I own healing circle.
Finish you here and now! Blow away! Blow away!
Where are you going?
Radiant flash! Here I come!
Water, hear my call.
You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Bloody howling! Resonate with the earth!
I'd like to know
Couldn't make it into...
Astral energy.
Say no more!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Surrender! Fighting is useless now!
Do you think it's really over?
Astral energy. Watch out! They've got something up their sleeve.
What?
It's self-destructed?
Alphen!
I'm okay. Just a little roughed up.
You had me worried there.
Who said you could touch that?
Damn it! He's awake!
I should have thought as much. So you know this place? Naturally. It was built for me, after all. We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart. Even after all this time, you still insist on hating me? You cut me down. Sovereign or not, you will pay for that.
You're obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
Really, is that what you think? Did you really think that such a petty device could hold me?
Are you going to claim it's because you're a ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing Alph, who happens to be another sovereign?
Idle prattle. I proved my worth and the Sovereign's powers were granted to me.
Were they really? We already know the title of Sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown codename for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings. You mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. There were countless. And every one of them besides me died.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Danan. Then there were the records we found in the library, for you and Volron. They were logged 300 years apart, and yet the data they took from you was exactly the same. Which leads us to a single conclusion.
Then you mean Voron was kidnapped just like Alphen? But then he became a...
A slave from Dana. Just like us. Isn't that right, Volron?
So he posed as a Renan and caused all that suffering to his own people?
How could you? If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
Renan and Dana are meaningless distinctions. He and everyone else. That is all that matters. I will stand above all others and take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
A red woman?
Another one?
Give your master back on Rena this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
Don't do it!
Serenus Alma!
It's too late! You can't stay here!
We need to go! Alphen!
Go. But know I will be your shadow no matter where you try to run.
Let's go.
Never forget, I am the one who devours everything. Who answers to neither spirit nor man. My word is law. I am...
Are you two okay?
Yeah. We'll be fine.
Is Volron... have we finally seen the last of him?
We can but hope.
Those red women. What the heck was their deal?
Could they be the ones behind all this? The same ones who put those soldiers in Faria in a trance?
What, those brainless things? Either way, they've done a runner with the Renis Alma. Damn it, that's the second time now!
Whatever's stolen from us, we'll steal it back. The future's ours to protect. And right now those things are what's standing in our way. We can head them off at Rena.
Did you say Rena?
Volron mentioned a master of theirs holed up in the Motherland somewhere.
If that monstrous form's their true identity, I shudder to think who they take orders from.
Yeah. There's a good chance it's not human. That's for sure.
So this thing over on Rena, that's what's really behind all this, huh?
They have the Renis Alma in their grasp already, so it's unlikely they'll have cause to return to Dana. I agree that Rena's our best shot.
Then we're agreed. Let's head back to the starship.
But